Hope everything's good down there in Melbourne, my friend. Info, 4 new cases of COVID-19, 0 deaths, and that's in reopening with mandatory masks. It's working, dude. Just being a strong community is working. Yeah, and I think it's hello, everybody. Welcome to the Political Vigilante. My name is Graham Elwood. What we're reading here is from Sam Dean, who is down in Melbourne, Australia. And I want to make this point. What he's talking about here, 4 new cases of COVID-19, 0 deaths, and that's reopening with mandatory masks. It's working, dude. Just being a strong community is working. So here's what they've done in Australia. So they had a bad outbreak in Victoria, which is the state where Melbourne is, right? And they shut everything back down. And some people were mad, which I get, who wants to go back to a full shutdown? But they got the numbers under control and they just make masks mandatory everywhere you go. And that's reopening. They're realizing if we wear masks like Japan has done, then we can reopen. Another thing Australia has done, and this is part of the problem in America because we have not done this. Australia has free healthcare. Australia pays they've been giving everybody, to my understanding, $1,500 every 2 weeks. Every fortnight, as they like to say down there. So everyone's getting $3,000 a month. They're taking care of everybody. To my knowledge, there's no evictions and none of that stuff. We do the CARES Act. The CARES Act was theft. The CARES Act was the 1% and Wall Street to steal. They got $4.25 trillion that was not given to the American people. I've said this from day one. When everyone's screaming to reopen, the main reason everyone's screaming to reopen is because the economy is crushing. And look, I'm sure the economy is not great in Australia. It's not great anywhere where all this shutdown stuff has happened. Australia has a big tourism industry. That's completely shut down. So that hurts. That's hurting. I'm sure there's a lot of businesses being hurt in Australia, but I doubt they're being hurt as badly as they are in America. So not only have we handled the disease correctly, we haven't handled the supporting of the American citizens correctly. So one thing that should have been done with that $4.25 trillion is give it directly to the American people, right? Free healthcare should have been given. And also in that money, we could have said, all right, we're spending more money on PPP and testing and all this stuff because that's one of the ways you can reopen. Okay, everyone's got a mask, so we got to make sure everybody has enough masks. We got to make sure the hospitals have enough PPE. We got to make sure these businesses have money so they're staffed. The restaurants, the stores, everybody. Okay, let's make sure there's enough free tests for everybody across the country. That's how we do it. Constantly test. If you look at certain, obviously, when billionaire owners of professional sports franchises get involved, they get it figured out. Look at what the NBA did. Look what the MLS did. And look at what the WNBA and the NHL did. They all played in a bubble. Right? They all played in a bubble and they got it pretty figured out. And they had the money to do that. They spent the money. They put everybody in a bubble. They tested everybody every day or whatever it was. They did it. So it's like, it can be done. Sure, they were playing in empty arenas or whatever. And now you're seeing college football. Well, the reason college football is playing is because universities now, their financing is so tied to college football TV revenue and stuff. That's why they're forcing colleges open. Because the universities have made this deal. It's another form of this late stage toxic capitalism that is destroying everything. So if we had an actual government, not a banana republic, and I blame both political parties for this, we still don't have another stimulus bill. Great. So the American people are starving while two parties have a slap fight before this election. Government, what it should do is take care of its. This is when a crisis hits. This is when a government should be taking care of its citizens. But from day one, we're just in this banana republic. It's awful. America doesn't know. It's dropped the ball on so many levels. And then thanks to Trump is just a complete idiot and a jackass. And so he said all this crap, we don't need masks. So that fosters this conspiracy crap. QAnon, which is a psyop. It's a psyop. Wake up. If you're in QAnon and you hear me say that it's a psyop and you're getting mad, well, then you're not the seek the truth person that you claim to be. Because if you're in QAnon and you hear that it's a psyop, do a little research. Read WikiLeaks. It's a psyop. You're getting played. That's why QAnon has like 70% truth, and then then it makes a crazy turn. But we're all getting played. They want us divided. They want us fighting with each other. They want that. That's what QAnon is, to help keep people divided. Absolutely. Private intelligence has absolutely gotten inside Black Lives Matter, the Proud Boys, Antifa, whatever, to just keep everybody fighting with each other. That's the whole goal. Keep everyone fighting with each other. So anyway, we could have handled this the right way. And I bet you're going to see Australia, because they're handling it the right way, start opening up in the next 3-4 months. Like, open up, but they'll have the money and everything to make everybody wear a mask. I've been talking about this since day one. Japan had spike numbers, and then they said, they figured out, wear a mask. Everyone wear a mask. Boom, the numbers just dropped the minute they did that. So yeah, it worked in Australia. Why can't we do that in America? Why can't we do what they did in America? Australia's not perfect. It's got its corruption and this and that, but it's like nothing compared to how awful this country is. Australia is not an empire that's collapsing. We're a collapsing empire. Boom. Shave your knuckles for justice.